ASMR edition. Yes, I will be doing the entire episode like this, making sweet, sweet love to your eardrums. Alright, enough of that bullshit. Welcome to the Going in Dry podcast, episode 4. This one's going up a little late because I just didn't have time to do it on Wednesday when I usually do that shit. I tried to record either late night Tuesday or early Wednesday morning. But I figured since now, as you can see, I have video and proper microphone this time around. I figured I was gonna have to edit a little bit, and I may edit in some treats for you. I think that would be beneficial to the overall quality of the show, and yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. Now you know what I look like. If you didn't know already, if you're watching this on the YouTube channel, just search going in dry podcast on the YouTubes, and let me know what you think. I probably won't do anything with your input, and you might say, Chad, get a fucking pop filter. I have to do that. I forgot. Okay, give me a fucking break. This is episode 4, and then we're already on this level right here. You can see me. I don't see you. I don't see your ass. I'm putting myself on the line. I'm putting myself out here because I don't care about my safety or my well-being. And now you can find me on the street, punch me in the face. You know, I'm not gonna know. I'm not gonna see it coming. Anyway, let's jump right into the show today. What's some big news stories? As the New York City, the sounds of New York go crazy outside my apartment. Have I mentioned how much I love living in this fucking building? It's pretty amazing. This is my bedroom, by the way. It'll be a little. It's like an ambient. Adds a little bit of like there's some nature sounds. There's some birds. There's some urban life happening. You know. So it's not just my voice. You know. You get to. It's almost like you're here. It's almost like you're in the city. Like if you live in some shitty hometown, and you're like in the middle of nowhere in some podunk place, in the hills, and somehow you have internet. And you want to know what it's like to live in the shoes of some greasy, blonde-haired pseudo musician in this beautiful city of New York. No, it's like you're here. It's like you're here with me. So what's in the news? The big news story was a bunch of celebrities and famous people got caught having their kids' entry exams forged, college entry exams forged, and they got caught for that shit. Some very, I want to say very famous, but you know, some names you may recognize. There's that I don't remember them because, like I've said before, this podcast is mainly based around me not knowing what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't really have a lot of info going in. It's just like I go with the gut feelings and like the rudimentary knowledge of what the fuck I'm talking, like the basic shit, you know, the surface level, I guess is a better way to put it. So I'm not gonna get all the names right. I'll probably fuck some shit up, but it's not about that. It's not about being right. Who gives a fuck about being right in 2019? Why should I? I mean, I'm just here to contribute to the fake news, bullshit, society we live in. But whatever. Fucking enough of that. I'm rambling. Yeah, that chick from Full House. What was she? Uncle Jesse's girl. And she got caught having her kids' exams forged. And were they trying to get into Harvard or Stanford or USC? Maybe it was USC. I don't fucking know. It's not Ivy League, but it can't be that hard to get into USC, right? Unless you're really fucking stupid or you're not trying. State school, right? I don't know. But, God, I mean, I don't really know. I don't have much perspective on this, being that I didn't have a ton of money growing up. Still don't have a lot of money, despite all of the lavish accoutrement you see surrounding me. I am not a rich man. So I can't really speak on that aspect of it. I wish I had that type of money, though, as I move a little closer to the mic. Maybe this is better. I wish I had forgery money. I could could pay some motherfucker. It would just be tempting, Be tempting. I mean, I'm tired of working for shit. I said that before. I don't want to work. Shit sucks. Give me that forgery money. I'm tired of fucking signing up for Publishers Clearinghouse, hoping that pans out. And I did. It's true. It's a true story. I signed up. I'm waiting on that giant check. Waiting on fucking Wayne Brady to bring me that giant cartoonish check straight to my door. That's what I'm banking on. I'm not banking on my talents or my work ethic to get me rich. Wayne Brady, bring me that big ass check. God damn it. But yeah, I don't know what the fuck to say. I mean, you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't cheat. But fucking, I don't know. This is one thing that I've ruminated upon many a time, is once you have the money and a semblance of power or influence, I mean, a lot of things, opportunities present themselves, and like, how can you really say in your heart of hearts, right now, in your current state, with your no money in the bank account, or your negative money, how can you say this 100% that you wouldn't maybe fucking take a couple shortcuts here and there? You know what I'm saying? Once you get in the big leagues, and it's not like I mean, you can't truly have an idea of what that's like, as there's a robbery in progress, apparently, in the street. Hope they catch him. Actually, I'm gonna diverge. I've always had like a soft spot, and if any of you can relate to this, let me know. Let me know down there in the comments section. I've always had a soft spot for bank robbers and shit. I've always loved it. Maybe it's because I watched a lot of movies as a kid, and I still do, and I kind of romanticized the whole idea of being a bank robber. I always thought it was cool, because you're never really in one place. You're always on the run. You're not really taking an individual's money. You're taking the bank's money. So I've always. What was that movie with Ben Affleck and Don Draper? What was it? The Town. That was a good ass robbery movie, man. I don't know. They didn't rob a bank though, did they? Maybe I can't fucking remember. They did rob banks in that movie. Oh. Yeah, I had a soft spot for those characters. I was like, yeah, fucking get away with it. Get that money. Get that fucking money. But, real life doesn't quite work out that way. And, especially, like, if I were to plan a fucking heist in New York City, it would, I mean, the gridlock, just in general. How the fuck are you gonna escape? You'd have to have some genius fucking plan to rob a bank successfully in New York City. Get away with it. And not get caught. Ever. Maybe if you did in like Jersey. I don't know. It would have to be maybe like Long Island, maybe. You could probably, because it's a little more suburban in a lot of that area. Maybe you could, because I don't want to deal with city cops, man. Fucking New York City cops. Fuck that shit. Keep them away from me. I know they're not afraid to blow my fucking brains out over some bags of cash. But I feel like suburban cops, maybe I could outsmart them, get away from them. I don't know. I want to be a bank robber. There's a lot you're finding out about me. How the levels I will stoop to in order to like not have to actually work. Even though fucking robbing a bank is probably harder than any fucking conceivable career. I mean, I don't know. Again, it's the romanticization of the whole thing. But I don't know. Maybe when I'm kind of like getting up there in age, I'll just say fuck it and I'll go rob a fucking bank. I don't know. Time will tell. We'll see. But you also have to find people who want to do it with you. Because in all those movies, they have like a crew. And, I mean, one of the guys always ends up fucking him over, turning on him. Or he's like a fucking wild man. And you don't know what he's going to do. He's unhinged. And so you can't rely on his ass. Maybe I'll keep it small. It'll be like a 3-man job. And we'll rob a fucking credit union. Is there a movie where people rob fucking credit unions? Because they won't be expecting that shit. That's what I'm going to do. I think that's a good idea. What else can we talk about here? Well, this was a little while ago. North Korea, still in the news. Even after Trump went over there. Big surprise. They did not change their ways. God. I mean, who knows what they talked about. I mean, I'm guessing they had a translator. Probably translating a bunch of shit. Secretly, Kim Jong-un is like calling Donald Trump a fat fuck in Korean. And the translator is like, oh, he thinks you're, very nice man, very respectful, proud leader. Donald Trump's like, yes, I am. Thank you very much, Kim. That was a bad impression, but whatever. I'm not here for impressions. This isn't the fucking impression podcast. Fuck you. But yeah, it's like a weird relationship we have with them. Every so often we go over there, we try to like make amends, try to bring peace, not only between the U.S. and North Korea, but between the North and the South Korea. That's kind of the big issue, right? I guess. I don't know. We just... North Korea is going to do North Korea things. As long as those motherfuckers are in power, they're not going to change. Okay? They're not going to change, Jessica. He's not going to change. He's not going to They're not going to change. They're not going to change. We'll keep going back, acting like it does something that lasts for a couple days. Where everything is like peachy. And then, building missiles now. Missile sites. What the fuck? I mean, you can't... I mean, of all the people. I mean, am I happy that Trump went over there and is like trying to do something? Yeah, I guess. That's cool. But he's not going to be the one to fix this situation. Come on. It's just not going to happen. I don't think it's going to make things worse necessarily, but it's not going to fucking do anything. It's a waste of everybody's time. Let's focus on things we can actually change, huh? There. Don, come on. I don't know. Speaking of rich people who don't know what the fuck they're doing. No, this is not really connected at all. I try to do segues in here. I try to break things... I break them down into their sections. I try to break things down and then connect them. Try to find some kind of, navigation through all these stories. You get the idea. Rich people. There was in Manhattan, Midtown, I guess, the Hudson Yards. It's purported to be a community not just a bunch of apartments, but you can live there, work there. They have restaurants, you know, shops, and they have this giant fucking like egg of staircases that's like in the middle of it. It's fucking weird looking, but it's like this huge ass monument that there's really no clear purpose for it, other than you like fucking you can get a cool view of the city, I guess. But a lot of buildings you can get a good view of the city. You know? I have a theory. I don't know if you would call it a conspiracy theory. That that fucking egg thing. The fucking egg thing is it's secretly a spaceship for all the rich people who live there. Because they said they're gonna build more affordable housing there. Which, how affordable is it really gonna be? It's in like Midtown Manhattan, in this like bougie ass fucking complex. But yeah, all the rich people who live there will be given the information secretly. And then when shit goes south, end of the world happens, the fucking apocalypse. They're gonna jump in there, and it's gonna fucking take off, and that's gonna be the end of it. I mean, we all know that there's some kind of contingency, or there's a plan in place for all the rich people, the elites, you know, at the very least. When shit hits the fan, man, they're out of here. Like, we're all gonna have to fend for ourselves. And this like irradiated fucking hellscape of a planet, and they're gonna be in their fucking eggs flying through space, not having a care in the world. But they're gonna run out of oxygen eventually. So they're just delaying the inevitable. Unless they know how to fucking, you know, go faster than light, or open up some wormholes. And all right, I'm veering off course here. But yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna go there at some point and check that thing out, Hudson Yards. You know, scope it out. Maybe I'll look at some apartments. They probably won't even show them to me. Like if I was like, I'd like to look into purchasing, they'd just stop me right there. They'd be like, no. This is not for you. You fucking riffraff. You fucking peasant. Yeah. Just turned me away right away. Right off the fucking bat. What's another connection to be made? Let's see, we went through from Donald Trump being a rich guy who doesn't know what he's doing to rich people going in space and the giant egg staircase thing. There's a through line here, I think. Rich people being weird and you know, unsavory. Maybe maybe Hudson Yards is a nice place. I don't know. Like I said, I'll go there. I'll see it for myself. But here's another example. A rich person that I'm not personally a fan of. I think there's a superficiality, and I just don't like the guy. I mean, maybe I'm out of line. Maybe he's a perfectly nice gentleman, and I'm just a fucking asshole being cynical. But I don't know if you watch those singing shows, like the American Idols and The Voice, and well, there's some other ones, right? Well, they have like America's Got Talent. They have some singers on there sometimes, but you know they've had others over the years. Yeah, I can't stand those shows. I used to like them when I was a kid, but ever since I started like really learning how to sing and writing music, I can't stand those fucking things. It just feels like a compromise when you go up there. Well, when I learned about the contracts, that's the thing. When you like sign up for those shows, you gotta sign, like, you can't make music. Like, even if you don't win the show, you're just on the show. And this is if the contracts are still laid out the way they were when I heard about this thing. But apparently, like, when you're even on the show for a little bit, you can't make any music of your own or sign any deal with the record label for at least like 2 years or some shit. Some crazy 2 years of your life. Just Like, what do? You just fucking write songs for yourself on your iPhone and just listen to them. Try to be happy with yourself. Try to not let a piece of your soul fucking die. So I've for a long time, at least like the better part of a decade, I've had like kind of a bone to pick with these shows. I think they're kind of predatory in a way. I think that they kind of, they're a little soul sucking, you know. But one of the aspects I don't like about the show is how much emphasis it places on the like importance of the judges, or like the judges are mainly the focal point of the show. And contestants, they change them out every year. They don't give a fuck. The network doesn't give a fuck about the contestants. They really don't. So it's all about who's the new judge gonna be and shit. And on The Voice, they got Adam Levine on there. And something about that guy. Like, I was watching, I briefly caught some, as much as I could possibly bear. I don't know, what was it, the last, whatever most recent fucking episode it was. I was watching it, and some dude, or was that a girl? Maybe it was a girl up there singing. Pretty good. I mean, they made it this far, they're all, pretty good. And she was, it was a pretty passionate performance. She was, really giving it her all. And then it like cuts to the, like the judges, it cuts to Adam Levine, and he's like fucking, eyes are like welling up with tears. He's all fucking like, really, really sitting there intense kind of look on his face. And I don't know, I don't believe it. I don't believe it for a goddamn second. And I don't know, it's just those types of people, it's like they know they're on camera. It's like they're putting on a little bit of a show there, And yeah, I don't buy it. I don't buy it for a goddamn second. I don't know, maybe he's a fucking nice guy. I don't know a goddamn first thing about him. Other than he got a hair transplant. I know that. I don't know if you knew that about Adam Levine. He got a very good one, by the way. It's that's with that voice money, baby. And get you a good HT, as I like to call it. If I ever go bald, I'm gonna ask for that Adam Levine special, or maybe the Joel McHale. The Joel McHale is a little more mature look, but he got one too. He got a hair transplant. A lot of these guys have. Even if they don't really need it, they get them. Just to keep like the youthful hairline. Fucking the entertainment industry in Hollywood is a weird fucking place. I can't imagine being that consumed. Or like having to be that consumed with your appearance, like in that capacity. It might be better off just to be somebody like Steve Buscemi, because that dude ain't getting cast for his looks or his hair. He's just getting cast. He's a good fucking actor. Willem Dafoe. Right, actually, Willem Dafoe has some good hair, doesn't he? But he's not getting cast for how good he looks. He looks unique. Wouldn't say he looks good. Yeah, but I don't know. We eventually all get old and look like shit, so maybe those guys are better off. I don't know. I wouldn't really say I'm in an industry that necessarily supports ugly people. If you want to make it big in any, whether you're music, movies, you gotta fucking be fuckable. I guess if you play rock music like I do, you can be a little rough around the edges. You can have a little, but the fact that you can play music, you can sing the soulfully, or you have a kind of bad boy attitude that kind of covers up some things. So I don't know. But yeah, it's just the whole the Hollywood scene. It's just odd. I don't know if I can make it. I mean, the part of me wants to move to the West Coast, just for the weather though. Like, I don't fucking want to move there because I like the culture. But I don't know. Maybe LA. I mean, LA is probably cool. You got LA people and you got like Hollywood. It's kind of like two different things. You got like different sections. You got like, and then you got like Santa Monica. You got like beach people, beach dwellers. A lot of homeless in LA though. Like that's a big problem. A lot of homeless in LA. A lot of homeless in San Francisco. Like I don't know. Like it must be rough. But I mean that kind of makes sense. Like if you were homeless, where the fuck you want to move? You want to move to New York? You want to move to the East Coast? Fucking crazy. No. You want to be on the beach. Because at least if you're homeless on the beach in California, you know, at least it's sunny. And then you can, like, it makes sense for you to have an animal. Or a dog. That's the shit. It always makes you feel bad when you see, like, a homeless dude with a dog in New York City. It's like, oh, god damn, man. Like, I know you love your animal and everything, but I mean, if you're not blind, god, that would suck, blind homeless. If you're not blind, you don't need this dog. It's not a service animal. It's like, god, let somebody take care. I'll fucking take him. I'll take the fucking dog. I don't have a lot of space here, but god damn. But usually, you know, the thing is, the dogs usually look healthier than the guys. It's, I'm guessing they probably feed them first. God, that's fucking sad. Why did I do that? Why did I save this depressing shit for this episode? I should have got all that out of my system already. But whatever. As there's another robbery in progress, if you can hear that siren in the background. Who knows what there's probably some like fucking huge cataclysmic event going on, and I'm sitting here in my room recording this fucking podcast. It's like riots and cannibals and I'll wait. Fuckers. Interrupting me. Can't stand this shit. Oh yeah, what was I saying about the voice? Yeah, I tried out for The Voice a few years back. It was actually right before I found my band, Glass Lungs. I spent a lot of time looking for a band. Because at the time, I didn't have a lot of the stage confidence I have now, and I wasn't, like, sure that I'd be able to do it on my own. Sing my own songs. Or, like, be the true focal point. I mean, when you're the singer, you are, like, kind of the what people focus on. But if you're a solo artist, then, like, everybody tends to, you know, put all of their focus on you. You know, they're not, and plus the band is truly supporting you and kind of molding everything around you. So I wasn't quite ready for that. What was this, 6 years ago? I don't know. So I tried out. Yeah, I woke up super fucking early, went down to the goddamn Javits Convention Center. Was it Lower West Side? Or no, it's like Midtown. Like 34. It doesn't fucking matter. I went there super early in the morning, and it was freezing cold because they always like to have it in like February or some shit. January, whenever it was. And I had 2 songs ready. One was Rolling in the Deep by Adele, which was like my go-to karaoke song for like fucking ever. I was pretty goddamn good at it too. I mean, I didn't have like the greatest technique back then. It's something I'm still working on, but so, you know, some times were better than others. But yeah, I could rock that shit. And yeah, so I go in, I do the audition. It was like, I don't know how many people, like 10 people per room. They each like kind of section you off into different rooms with like a single kind of, I don't know if he's a producer or like a judge, fucking just some random dude. He's not the people you see on TV. So yeah, and you each do this. Everybody did their song, and then they kind of like cut a bunch of people right away, just out of that small group of 10, at least half. I mean, of course, it varies. It always depends on like who's can actually fucking sing. So I sang my song, and yeah, everybody in the room was like super fucking into it, very impressed, which I was very happy. I was very happy that the black girl sitting beside me, the a very attractive woman of color. Okay, is that better? Sitting aside, sitting right by me. She was really into it. She was impressed. And then yeah, the judge or producer, he was really into it. He was like, "Wow, that's you can hit those high notes, man. That's crazy." And I was like, "Yeah, been practicing." And I like made it. Then they like everybody sang their fucking song, did their little song dance number, and he named off the people that he wanted to stick around, and it was like 3 people out of the whatever 10, and I was one of them. It was me and like these 2 chicks or something, and then after that he had us like give. Well, we sang another song. I forget what I did. I think I did Sade or something. I don't know. And then he had us like give our information, or he had me give my like phone number and shit. And then he like asked me some questions, but like, and I didn't realize that at the time. I was naive. I was a naive little boy. But these questions, I think he was kind of like deciding. He was like, oh, maybe this kid's pretty good, you know. But he wanted to ask these questions were going to determine whether or not I would make it to whatever the next round of auditions were. And I thought some of the questions were a little odd, or his reactions to my answers. And I didn't have like a story. I didn't have. That's what these shows fucking love. I didn't have a sob story to tell him. I didn't know that was something you had to do, or like tell him about like a struggle, something you've been through. Like, I didn't know that was something you had to do. Like, so I said boring shit, and he asked me like what type of music I want to make, and I was like, well, I kind of like to do something like a mix of like, rock and like kind of R&B, soul kind of thing. And he I don't know, he looked like he didn't like that answer. Maybe they wanted me to be the next Ed Sheeran or some shit. Which, I don't mind him. Which, I mean, Ed Sheeran kind of has like a bit of a soul, thing. And he has guitar. So, I don't know. Needless to say, I guess, I didn't fucking become famous off this shit. I left that day thinking that they were going to give me a call, within the next couple of days. They never did. And I figured it was because of my answers, how I answered their questions. Their stupid fucking questions. But yeah, that's the thing that it's not just singing shows, it's any reality show. They want to get people on there who have a sob story, or who are going to cry on command, and like because it makes people continue watching the fucking show. Or it's like people want to root for whatever the newest, whoever the newest, freshest face on there is, who's like crying about some bullshit. But it's like, I could have made that motherfucker cry. I could have made everybody in that room fucking cry with some of the shit I've been through, or my family's been through. But it didn't feel right to exploit, my family's trials and tribulations and their suffering to get fucking what on TV. And I probably wouldn't even have made it that far because I didn't really have any proper vocal training or coaching, or I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. It's kind of something I'm still, like I said, I'm still working on, and I feel like you should continue working on it. But anyway, that was my The Voice experiment, or experience. Experience. It was both, I guess. And hopefully that will go down as kind of a footnote, or like a asterisk. Like before Chad was in a successful rock band, he was once on The Voice, and they passed on him because he didn't have a fucking sob story. Fuck those goddamn show. I'm not resentful at all. I harbor no resentment. But yeah, that's a little bit about me. I think I already mentioned I was in a band, Glass Lungs. We have a show, by the way, March 26th, motherfuckers, at the Kingsland in Brooklyn, New York. So get those tickets. They're selling out fast. Only a few left. That may or may not be true. Actually, I don't know. I don't have the numbers with me. But there's a lot of good bands playing. Just come around. I'm excited. I think it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna wear a leather jacket. Just got this sweet fucking leather jacket. Sorry, vegans. One of the guitarists in my band is a vegan, so. But he's not gonna fucking complain. He's a nice guy. He's not gonna force his views onto me. But yeah, we have that show coming up March 26th, like 7 p.m. or something. Come on down. And I may have told you once before. That I am from Ohio originally, Northeast Ohio. Hold your applause. And I love Cleveland. Cleveland is a great city. I'm not from Cleveland proper. I'm from an hour east of Cleveland in a town not really worth mentioning, to be honest. But I love Cleveland. Hate my hometown. Always been a big sports fan. I love LeBron James. I want to be his friend. I want to be his BFF. Even though he's in LA now. Fucking goddamn it. But, yeah, how about them Browns? I know if you don't follow sports, you might not find this interesting. I'll try to keep it as brief as possible, not to turn anybody away, because I need all the help I can get on this channel, on this podcast. Don't fucking click off. It'll be short, okay? Yeah, the Cleveland Browns. They signed Odell Beckham Jr., right? That's his name. From the New York Giants. So he's gonna be like the new star receiver, I guess. And you got Baker Mayfield, franchise quarterback, looking like. Big fan. You got like great players in like every position. It's the most complete Browns team I've ever fucking seen in my life. I mean, I wasn't around for some of those good 80s teams. But yeah, like this might be, I mean, it could turn out to be the greatest team in Browns history. Maybe. I don't know. They had some, they had Jim Brown was on there. Can't discount that. But I don't know if they win a championship, which I think, very possible. I think, yeah, they'd have to be considered, right? One of the best, greatest Browns. I mean, it's like, when LeBron brought a chip to Cleveland. Greatest Cavs team of all time, hands down. It had been like this long drought since the city, just the not just the Cavs, but the city in general. This 54-year drought of the city not having a championship across any of the sports. And yeah, I think no one's going to dispute that. They're the greatest Cavs team of all time. I think they have to be up there with some of the greatest teams of all time. Fucking people, man. How soon they forget. That was less than 3 years ago. 2 months and some, or 2 months. 2 years and some change. The Cavs. 2 years and some change. The Cavs won the championship. Came back from being down 3-1 against a 73-win Warriors team in the finals. Come on now. You can say that the Warriors maybe had more talent. Maybe. More depth. Okay, I'd agree with that, maybe. I think so. But the Cavs still won. They beat them. They're the better Cavs in the end. Were the better team. They did not crumble under pressure. They did not lose their cool. They stuck together. They had that Cleveland spirit, that grit, that heart. And they came back. If you they're one of the top teams of all time in basketball, in my opinion. I'm not saying every Cavs team with LeBron on it was one of the greatest. Most of them were not, unfortunately. But that team was. You don't beat a 73-win team in the finals, coming back from being down 3-1, and not be considered one of the greatest teams of all time. You cannot give me no bullshit. Don't give me a bullshit opinion. It's not based in reality. A lot of people they like to pull things out of their ass because they have the hate boner for LeBron. I do not. I love the man. He's a great man. He's a great man. He's a great man. He deserves all the praise that he can get. And I hope the Lakers eventually get their shit together. I don't really have anything against the Lakers, to be honest. Lakers kind of got me into basketball when I was, 10 years old. Something like that. Kobe and Shaq. Anyway, yeah. Go Cleveland. Fuck everybody else. But yeah. I have this fantasy of being LeBron's friend. I said I wanted to be his friend, his BFF. I think I might have been able to meet him years ago. And maybe that's stuck with me. I was in an area, like Cleveland Heights, or whatever, nice, affluent-ish area of Cleveland. There was a nice mall there that I like to go to. But anyway, I went to this mall. I went to this bougie mall, and there was a guy I saw, and this was like a year after LeBron got signed. And he was tall. He was super tall. Tall as shit. Had the right build. I didn't see his face, though. I saw him from behind. Because, you couldn't help but notice the guy. He was, towering. And I noticed some old lady come up to him. For some reason, the old lady recognized him. Which struck me as, that's kind of weird. This, old-ass lady recognized who this kid was. This tall-ass kid. And she was, going on about how she was a fan and blah, blah, blah. But I didn't see his face. But I got that nervous heat. Your skin gets hot. Kind of sweating like, oh, is that him? Is that him? But I was so fucking shy. I couldn't bring myself to try to get a better, vantage point to see if this was fucking LeBron. And that's the only regret of my life. Because I don't have many regrets. I think regrets are kind of pointless. I think if you do something stupid, you fuck up. You learn from it. Move the fuck on. But having a lingering thing stay with you, I don't see a point in having that. I think it just damages your fucking mental health in the long run, I believe. But like I said, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, so. Yeah, I think it was him. It could have been another member of the Cavs. But can you name another fucking member of the Cavs from 2005 or something? Other than Big Z, if you're a Cavs fan. If you're locals, if you're from there. But it's you wouldn't, an old lady? Would an old lady recognize fucking Daniel Gibson? Or fucking, what was another one? Larry Hughes? I don't know. That's my one regret. And so I feel like if I meet him now, or it's, some point in my life, hopefully near future, that will rectify that one singular regret of my life. Yeah. And I'm a big supporter, I love the guy. I got his fucking head on my wall. That sounds weird. I have, like, the fat head, those things, the cutouts. I have it on my wall. That's how much of a fan I am. I'm sure it's probably not gonna help me with the ladies. Not gonna help me in the sexual department. But I don't care. If some chick comes in my room and we're ready to fucking get it in, as the kids say, and she sees the LeBron James cutout on my wall, and then she's like, "Oh, come on, take that down," or "Oh, I can't be here." I'd be like, "All right, bitch, fuck off then. If you don't respect the king, I don't respect you." And then I spit in her face. Because that's how I roll. That's how I roll. I should just get a sign and put it up, like on my door, on the front of my door. It says, "If you do not respect the chosen one, the greatest of all time, the king, LeBron James, number 23. You can get the fuck out of my apartment." I don't know. I don't fucking know. What else do I want to fucking talk about? I bring up my Japan trip. I'm going to. I'll be staying in Tokyo for a month. I've been bringing this up a lot. And yeah, I'm pretty fucking excited. Let's see, how many weeks away is it now? 2.5. That's 2 weeks, whatever. April 8th. And I'm so fucking pumped. I'm so pumped. I'm gonna be staying in an apartment there. Got a tiny little Japanese apartment. I mean, I don't know if all apartments in Japan are that small. It seems like they do tend to keep things pretty, condensed, or it's just as big as they need them to be, not necessarily want them to be. It's a cultural thing, I guess. All you fucking whiteys wouldn't understand, but I do. Yeah, so I got this little apartment, like a studio. It's like a Japanese studio apartment, and I'm pretty pumped. I'm pretty pumped about it. Pretty excited. And I'm trying to decide outside of Tokyo, because I'll be there for 30 days. It's like, I don't want to just stay in Tokyo. I don't want, I want to go to Kyoto. Go to fucking Osaka. Maybe I'll go to Hiroshima, Nagasaki. Fucking, I don't know. Yamaguchi. Is that a fucking place? I don't know. But if you have any suggestions, I need to plug the email, I guess. If you have any suggestions, or on what the fuck I should be doing in Japan, aside from committing seppuku, seppuku or harakiri, shoot me an email at goingindrypod@gmail.com. That's goingindrypod@gmail.com. And yeah, maybe I'll follow the advice. Maybe I won't. But it's sure to be a great time. Like I said, I'm going to do probably 2 episodes when I'm there. Just like recaps. Like, I'll do one that's like the first half of the trip, and then the next one will be like the second half of the vacay. And I think you might enjoy that. I'm going to try to go all out and really put a lot of effort into the bells and whistles, the editing. And we'll see how it turns out. Okay. I think we're good for today. I'm going to see the new Jordan Peele movie tonight. Us. I got my ticket in advance because I'm a fucking nerd. And that's all I got planned for tonight. Maybe you probably have better plans than I am. Hopefully. But yeah, that's episode 4. I will see you next time, you dirty fucking whores.